this will be emotional at all? Last time we played Minnesota, you said after the game it did feel like something. Do you think this will feel like something?
No, not at all for real. Probably just because it's been a long time since I've been in Minnesota. I was gonna say that. I haven't been in that stadium in a long time, so no, not this game.
What kind of emotions getting ready to play this for your team?
Trying to get a win, trying to go 1-0. Obviously, they're a good team. We got a lot of guys that can fly around on the defense. They're smart. So, some of my guys, D-Ham, shout out to D-Ham, and a lot of other guys. But they're a really good team, so we look forward to it.
Stefon, why was it important for you? I know you've done this for How was it important for you to take on a leadership role early on in the game?
Well, for me, obviously, going into any situation, you want to kind of earn the respect of your teammates, earn the respect of your peers first, and your coaches, and then kind of like go from there. Especially considering around that in my career, it's just important to me that everything is important, even the little things, and just playing at a high level. Not just playing at a high level, but leading guys. You're only as good as the guys around you, and I pride myself in trying to make people better each and every day, even if it's talking a little stuff here and there. But I think it's important.
CJ, we look back on your career in Buffalo. What type of impact did it have?
It was. I feel like it was amazing, especially coming from Minnesota. Since I stepped foot in that building, we had some good years. We had a real good run. Played at a very high level. Built the ball with a lot of good group of guys. So something I'll never forget. That's it.
Steph, Nico is leading the NFL in receiving yards. How instrumental have you been in helping him get to that point?
Shit, it's really him. It ain't got nothing to do with me. Obviously, Nick comes in each and every day. He works extremely hard. He's an impressive athlete. You just see him and watch him. He's a big body. I compare him to like a Calvin Johnson, but I don't know, Nick might got Calvin on the routes a little bit. He's a little bit more sudden, but for me, I say it's all him. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I just be there to motivate him and push him each and every day.
Hey, Steph, at those games, there's still a ton of 14 jerseys. There's going to be 14 jerseys here. How much should that fan base support you?
That means a lot. If I could sign them all, I would. If I could take some time out and show those fans that I still appreciate them and still got a special place in my heart, I always will. So for me, obviously the departure wasn't the best, but they still hold a special place.
Steph, CJ was talking about that you get a bad rap, and he said it's been an amazing fit with you. He said he can see how happy you are to be playing football. What are your emotions like, and how do you feel about your fit here?
Shit, it's cool to me. I had a lot of fun. Obviously when you go to a new team, this is my third time or second time going to a new team, so you don't never know what to expect and what kind of guys you'll be around. But obviously I had a little bit of a rapport with CJ prior to, and it's easy to get a bad rap. World travels fast, but when you get to a place and people get to know you, they kind of get to gauge you for their own personal and their interaction with you, and things usually turn the corner when I get somewhere else. There's usually be smiles and a lot of positive stuff, so I just take it with a grain of salt. I got big shoulders. I can take it.
Can you take us through that Russian touch? I was just going to ask, can you take us through that Russian touchdown? CJ said he was
out there.
Yeah, CJ said he was the decoy actually on that play.
Yeah. Actually, we talked about me throwing it to him. He ended up taking two guys. I was trying to get the ball to Neat.
Yeah.
He had somebody on him, so I went old-fashioned, pop Warner, run around a little bit. I found the end zone, so it was fun. It's always fun out there. I can tell you one thing. On that football field, in the game, 7 is very impressive. The guys that I'm around, they play at a high level, and it's fun out there. As you can see, it's a lot of smiles, it's a lot of positive energy, but I don't know if you get to really be involved, but it's a lot of fun. I ain't gonna lie, I be smiling a lot, I be talking a lot of junk about that.
In Buffalo, you were kind of in a similar situation where you're trying to go up to the upper tier, trying to take that next step, kind of what they're trying to do here. Is there any like extra added, I don't know, magnitude facing a team that's in that tier when you're trying to get up there, even regardless of how early it is in the season?
Say this one more time.
So, leading a team like Buffalo that you're trying to get on that tier with, and you've been in that situation in Buffalo, is there any added importance of a game like this?
No, I feel like the main thing is you gotta understand that they're in the AFC. Standing is obviously something real. We obviously got division games, and you got people in the AFC that you gotta see along the line. I feel like this schedule, we damn near let me play everybody, so damn near counts as 2 when you play teams like this, especially when they're a good team, obviously. But trying to reach a goal and trying to get somewhere, you gotta take it 1 week at a time. You want to go 1-0 no matter who the opponent is, and I feel like that's the main thing. Obviously, coming out here with a win is what everybody wants. So I don't think that'll jump you into a tier. You won't get a no tier until you get in the playoffs and furthermore. But going 1-0 is gonna be imperative.
How do you make this week not bigger than what it is?
For me, I just go in with the same mindset I've been. I feel like block out the noise. You know, a lot of other people going to feel away or have a lot to say about X, Y, Z, and I'm not mad at it. Football is a very emotional sport. I go in and wear my part of my sleeve and I won't stop. But you know, for me, I block out the noise. Don't nobody run the routes with me. Don't nobody got to watch the tape with me. So I try not to get into the back and forth about the opinions or personal how people feel. It's a job. I got a job to do. Trying to get it done.
Aziz told us on Sunday that he'd rather be an ugly 3-1 than a pretty 1-3.
Who you telling, boy? It's tough. I mean, it's tough to win in this league. You know, and this is hard for me to say, but I feel like we haven't played our best ball. You know what I'm saying? And we've been winning, which is a credit to how many guys we got in here that can play at a very high level. CJ, the defense. If we ain't played our best ball yet and we had 3-1, cleaning up a little bit, things can get scary. So for me, I feel like, you know, taking that step in the right direction is going to be another challenge this week. You got a good football team. You need to go out there and play complimentary football and play some of our best ball. You know, the team that makes the least mistakes is going to win the game. So for us, I say, shit, what a challenge.
Last one right here.
Shakira's broken out as well. So you had him since he was a puppy. How proud of you?
I was excited for him. I watch him. I still watch him, especially the guys that I know. Been around for a little bit, you know, I spent some time with him. I like to keep a keen eye on those guys just because it's like seeing a guy develop into something special. It's very impressive. Like, I still see him out there. I got some pointers for him when next time I see him, but he's very impressive. He's been playing pretty well. Hope he keeps it up. Not this week, though.
We look at Josh and size, elusiveness, all those things. What are some of the difficulties of defending him?
Yeah, I think he does a really good job of escaping out of the pocket. And extending plays with his legs and his arms, especially like you think he's going to get ready to go to the sideline and go out, and he's just chucking it all the way across the field. So I think we have to do a really good job of just being us and playing free. I think Coach hit it on the head, especially with the ends, man. Like, go win, like, go have fun. Like, don't overcomplicate the rushes. We don't, like, you know what I'm saying? Just go be y'all like the nil. Like, you've been winning your whole career. Go win. Will, you've been winning. Go win. Like, that's all I want to see y'all do. So I think the game plan is coming is obviously to contain him, but just do what's better and have fun and going out there being relentless and rushing Will.
Hey, Will, facing Stefon Diggs facing his most recent team, what kind of presence has he brought to this locker room as a coach?
Yeah, man, he's been great for us. The energy that he's bringing every day is contagious, man. He makes sure the guys are going. He keeps himself going as well. And I think he's just fueled by all the adversity and everything he's been through, man. And he's just ready to go out and lay it on the line for us every day, man. He brings that same attitude day in and day out.
When Cal McNair was saying at a community event yesterday, he's really excited about being 3-1, but he also knows that the team can play better. Is that the mentality around the building, kind of that things could be better even?
Oh, most definitely. Never satisfied. And if you really go back and look at these games, man, like, we've barely been winning, and we have to do a better job of really executing and being detailed and being intentional with our jobs, and really just everybody homing in on their details of their job. So I think it's a lot of ball left to play, especially getting better this whole season. I think the first half of the season we're seeing like where our mistakes were, and now we just gotta, you know, get on top of those things so they don't trickle down into mid-season and the rest of the season.
Well, Josh hasn't thrown an interception this year. What is it for you? What do you all need to do, in order to get that pressure on them to give your defensive backs an opportunity to get the ball?
Yeah, easy. Just swarm. Everybody swarming. Everybody going out there and eliminating space and doing us and winning our one-on-ones and taking advantage of our ops. And that's what we're going to have to do.
Like you said, it's early in the season. A lot of football left. But 2 3-1 squads, the AFC East leaders, the AFC South leaders. Do you think this is sort of a measuring stick game for both teams?
Yeah, man, I think we can only focus on us and focus on what we have going on right now and focus on getting things that we have to do better on the field. And it just starts on the practice field. It starts with not jumping off sides out there. It starts with in the meeting room, paying attention to your job. And I think we can only focus on our record and focus on what we have to get better at doing.
D'Amico mentioned they got a bigger offensive line. What have you kind of seen from what those guys can put on?
Yeah, very big, very crafty guys. Take up space really well, can move really well. I'm excited for the matchup. I know the D-line, we're excited for that matchup, man. But that's what the NFL is about. Matchups like this, coming in, growing up, and getting ready to go play against those guys.
Well, what was the mindset last week when you all were down to go in and get CJ the ball back?
Oh, yeah.
To go in and get CJ the ball back for that winning drive he was able to put together.
Yeah.
You all had to have a defensive stop.
Yeah, it was crazy because Meek came to us in the sideline, and he kind of got on us a little bit, and we needed that. And it was just like that wake-up call, like, let's go, like, let's be us. And I think we responded to that really well. And we don't like that it had to take that, but we needed it in that moment. And the whole thing was like, well, CJ's going to lead us, man. He's our quarterback. Let's go get him the ball back. And we know when Stefon got the ball in his hands, he's going to do his thing.